Hi, this is Myra with Boutique Paint. Excuse the hoarse voice. I've got a cold this week. I picked up this bucket from Michael's and it was on 50% sale, and I just thought it was so cute for fall decor. And you might remember from last week our copper pumpkin. I was going to use this, except of course it's stiffened up on me, so I can't get it curved around this. So we're going to take care of that, and we're going to pour a new mold, and we will go forward from there. All right, this is set up, and I'm going to pull it immediately. The reason why you don't want to walk away from this, and you can see that this is still soft, is you're going to want to be able to bend it so it'll curve around that surface. If you wait an hour before you pull it, it's not going to be as flexible. So you want to make sure that you pull it quickly so that you can get it glued to the surface. And I go ahead and pop this one, same thing. This one's actually not quite ready, I don't think. Let's see if I can carefully pull it from the mold. There we go. And you can see this one's going to be flexible, more flexible anyway, just because it's thinner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these outside, and I'm going to spray it with the copper like I did this one last week. But I think I'm going to paint this with the gold. This is what I used for the copper, and when I put the wax on top of it, it started to pull some of the color away, which actually made a pretty cool effect last week. With this one, when I waxed, it did not pull off. So I think this overall is a better paint for the resin. That being said, if you like the idea of it pulling away a little bit, then you can use this stuff. So my pumpkin is dry after spray painting it, but I was trying to get it to bend over this because I left it in the mold too long. Pull it as soon as everything is white, even if it's super, doesn't feel like it's going to come, like this one. This one's still very flexible, and that's how you want it. But this is a thicker pour. So I'm trying to shape it, and I'll show you what happened. It broke. And I thought, okay, well, I'll start from scratch and do it over again. I thought, no, I need to show that this is okay. So I took it back outside and I sprayed the edges, and you can see that it, if I put it together, you can barely see that it's even broken, but I need it to curve. So we're going to work with this. I got my hot glue over here going, and I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on it. Normally I would probably use something like E6000 probably instead of hot glue. But I want to do this a little faster because of video. So I'm gonna push this down at the same time and just hold it until you get it set up. All right, perfect. And then let's get the other side. Oop, out of hot glue out of my gun there. So the good part about this is it curves now. And you're probably thinking, but you got that big old gap. Well, we're going to fix that. Now, yes, you could do this whole thing out of the air dry clay. You can also see that my hands are taking the paint off because I had just sprayed it and didn't let it completely dry that inside seam. So let that at least dry. But I wanted to show you, sometimes, these things happen and it's okay. Just keep moving forward. It's all going to work out and we'll get that seam fixed up, but it doesn't really, take away from it. I'm going to take a popsicle stick here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue in that seam. But we don't want to touch it, obviously, with our fingers. Unless you have one of those little silicone finger guards. That would work too. And I do have those. I'm just going to use the popsicle stick, and I'm just going to go in there. All right. A clear wax, and I'm going to get my clear wax brush. We're going to get some of these threads off, because, you know, glue guns, they always leave lovely threads behind. And we're going to get this waxed up, and we're going to try not to get it onto the wood. It's not going to hurt anything. It just might make the wood a little shinier than what we may want. And next, I'm going to take some dark and decrepit dust. And usually I just put that on the paper next to me. I'm just going to get in there and give it some characters. I'm only going the lines do this right. Oops, that's way too much. I'm just going into the seams here with it, just to give it some shadowing. And get up here on the stem, up here at the top. Okay, so next we have our gold piece that I'm going to put right underneath here. But before I do it, I'm going to go ahead and do my coloring on that before I glue it on. So my paint is still kind of sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and try to just use the dark and decrepit straight onto the piece instead of putting wax on it this time. And see how we do. I didn't let it dry completely because of time issues this week. Doing this video on the same day that I'm going to post it. But that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe it back and see, yeah, it's staying on there. So nice. But it just kind of tones it down. And we're going to grab the hot glue. And there we go. So this would make a cute little front porch decor with maybe some leaves coming out of it. Or you could use it for, if you have trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood, you could put the candy in it. So that's a quick project that you can do using Autumn Cottage, the new IOD release. If you have any questions, you can go to our website at www.boutiquepaint.com, and thank you for joining me. Bye.